What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thunderstruck, our pilot episode here, the Cyber Thunder Broadcasting Network, and on our Facebook page. It's our pilot episode. Something Tom came up and approached me with, so I said, "Yeah, I'll do it." Send it over to my co-host, Tommy Boy.
What's up, Corey? Yeah,
Not much.
cool little thing we got going on here. I had messaged Corey on, I think it was like 9 p.m. on Saturday. I was like, "Yo, do you want to do a podcast for Cyber?" And he was like, "Sure." And in the past 24, 48 hours, he set up all the intros and all the overlays. So cool little thing we got going on. Hope to get to talk some racing, some sim racing. Uh, but tonight we got Matt Semple joining us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
Hey, Matt.
So Matt, you get to be our first guest host on here tonight. So what is this? This is your second season with Cyber, right?
This is the second season, yes.
Second season, and he's already got one more win than I do. Yeah, you got to
How many
win
is
last.
that?
That was Texas of last season.
What happened there? Do you remember what happened there?
Yeah, I had my buddy Logan. He was crew chief for me, and he just called this wild fuel strategy game there, and we ended up having just enough. I think we came to the line with like half a lap left of fuel.
Damn.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, so we tried to do the same thing on Texas this season, but it didn't quite work out there the way the cautions fell at the end of the race.
Yeah, well, that Cody just said, yeah, he had it on the fuel strategy. So, cool. Texas last year already a winner at Cyber. I'm on like an 80 race winless streak. Corey, what are you on now?
I won
Probably
last
not
season.
too much. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I won Kansas last season. Oh,
You did. Yeah, that was I think that's in the intro clip, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. I wonder who put that in there.
Convenient.
Good job, Matt, on that intro you made for us. How many wins? Do you have any wins, Tom?
What do you mean? Do I have any wins? I've got
I haven't seen
13.
you win yet.
I've got 13 or 14.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
it's
been a.
You won the Rising Stars, didn't you? Cody stole that from me.
No, I never won Rising Stars. I got a truck championship and a cup championship back when we were doing the cup invitation.
Was there 5 of you?
Wow.
I got a truck and a cup championship. No, that was a lot of fun. We used to do 3 series here. We kind of consolidated down to 1, but yeah, no, some tough competition out there. We were just talking a couple of minutes ago, but
yeah, Matt was talking before we started that it sucks if you lose track position now because the competition's so tight that it's hard to gain any track position back.
Yeah, it's huge. Track position is huge in this league. I know I might not be the fastest truck out there every week, but I think I'm decently top 10. And if you get back 20th, 25th, it is such a pain to try and come up through just because the drivers are so skilled and it's so evenly matched. So it's a really challenging league. That's why I like it so much. Really makes you push and try to learn as much as you can.
Yeah, and it's funny, right? It's like you'll see people qualify up towards the front that you expect to go backwards, and then they just stay up there because you can't pass them. I mean, it's tough to pass in the trucks to begin with, right? But you know, the quality of drivers that we got is really strong, and if you start up front, you kind of set yourself up to earn some stage points in stage 1 and 2.
Yeah, I find the trucks are very momentum based, right? Like if you got to check up for somebody going into the corner there, you might lose a spot, maybe 2, just because you lost all your momentum.
Point.
Yeah, like it's very hard. It's so hard not to send it in on the inside or the outside of some guys. but sometimes you just kind of got to bide your time, right? Other times you got to be aggressive, but sometimes you got to bide your time.
Yeah, definitely. I've fallen in the back a few times this season, and I'll tell you, it's fucking nuts back there. Like 20th on back, it's it's fucking crazy. I mean, it's fun as hell, but man, they're crazy back there.
Yeah, it is like almost harder and like more fierce racing back there than it is up when you get to the top 10. You know, like because everybody I feel like gets kind of spaced out when you're top 10 ish. You get back there in the hornet's nest, and it's like every lap, every corner you're battling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get in this. There's like three different kind of groups going on, right? You got the top 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks. They're just happy to be there. And then you got people like 7 through 12 battling for stage points, and then you got 13 through call it 20th, 25th, right? That are looking to play some strategy and maybe short pit and maybe get some stage points on the flip of the caution. So, stage points that we introduced last season certainly has had a big effect on the racing that we've had. I mean, we've had huge fields ever since then. This year we got playoff points too. That's new for this season. Wasn't really sure. We also got a wild card tracker. We're going to talk more about that, but a lot of fun that the stages have really introduced because you get kind of three different races going on all at once.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there wherever you're at in Cyber. That's fun. That's why we all show up. That's why we have what's the lowest number we've had this season so far?
33?
Yeah.
It might have been last week at 33 at Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, if 33 is your lowest, that's pretty good. And a lot of great drivers.
Well, talking about Phoenix last week, Phoenix, Corey, you sponsored the Boop 150.
Yeah.
We named our caution tracker the Boops tracker for that night. Phoenix
Oh, she got
150.
used too.
Yeah, she got used. The Boops 150. Had some early cautions. We'll go stage by stage. Had some early cautions, mostly in stage 1, which I was kind of surprised because last week at Texas, or 2 weeks ago at Texas, I guess, had a really clean start to the race, and then it kind of went crazy all at the end after stage 3.
Right around my end. What?
Yeah, it did. It's
Thanks, Matt.
yeah, no, I heard you. Yeah, it was kind of a crazy little race there, but kind of. I mean, it makes sense. It kind of gets more fierce at the end of the race, right? But I was definitely expecting more cautions in stage 1 for sure than what we had.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
your
had a
top
long run there. Then when did all the cautions start coming after during the second and third stage?
what, at Texas?
No, at Phoenix.
No, Phoenix was mostly all stage 1. I think there was one caution in stage 2.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, we had like a 90 lap run to the finish, didn't we?
Oh no, I remember I went 2 laps down and I got my laps back.
Yeah.
I made it back up to 10th after 2 minutes of damage, so that was pretty cool.
Well, somebody in our chat, there's a whole bunch of Chris Legoo, Brad's out there, Chris is out there, Cody's out there. Somebody will remind us because I don't think any one of the three of us remember. But your top 10 from Phoenix, overall race, Cody Heinzman, Dustin Ping, Andrew Caldwell, Matthew Semple with the top 5. Nice job, Matt.
Thank you.
Rick Thompson, Tom Richter, that's me. Brad Holmes, Cody Gibson, Gary Bowman, Ed Jurgen. That was your finishing results from Phoenix. Stage 1, we got some replays and stuff to go through, but stage 1, that's where it kind of surprised me the most. We had, what did we have, like 4 cautions, 5 cautions in the first 30 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you say that, now it's coming back. Yeah, it was kind of a hectic stage 1 there.
Yeah, it was a short stage. It was only 30 laps on the stage. I think stage 2 was what, 55 or 60.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh, you have a question in chat, Tom.
Yes. We'll
Oh,
slide
it's
that way.
send you a
You have to
video.
send me a video, huh? Interesting.
Oh, Tom's getting fan videos already. First episode.
What do the kids say? My DMs are open.
Yeah, look at people are slipping in Tom's DMs left and right now.
A couple of drivers that I noted with bad luck out of Phoenix. Chris Wold. Oh, it slid in. We're
Yeah.
too old for that. It slid into the DMs. Chris Wold, Andy Cork. Man, I felt like every time I saw Chris, he was either in the wall letting somebody by or in the wall with the help of somebody else. But the 32, the 41, those were my two drivers' bad luck this week.
Yeah, Chris definitely had a rough week there, and I think a couple times they weren't his fault there, but yeah, every time I saw him there, his truck looked pretty beat up.
Yeah, we got a few of them. We'll see them.
You want to watch them?
Sure, let's take a look at them.
All right. Here's
Well,
the Phoenix recap that Tom sent me that I edited together. Hope you.
look at this video Corey put together. Not good. This is an old video from the old Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. Yeah, caution number 1, lap number. I want to say this lap number 4.
There.
There's Chris right there. Got into the wall from that.
Yeah, this was early in the race. This was only like lap 3 or 4. Tanner down on the bottom. The white truck with the black roof slides up into Joe Hudson. And Chris, that's kind of telling how his night's going to go.
Yeah, just nowhere for him to go there.
Andy Cork involved, Dakota Wilkins involved. This is from Andy Cork.
Oh shit!
Saw a hole, thought he was gonna make it, then got clipped.
Yeah, then that's the end of my night.
So it's interesting, Corey, because that was Tanner's one caution that he could have claimed that night. So he had to park after that. It was a 4-lap night for the 4.
Oh Jesus! 3 hit your brakes.
Oh, we got another view of that coming.
A little bit of a rough ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the music's covering it, but there's a grr in there.
There's a lot more than a grr. So what happens here? Oh, this is where Casey and Fred get together. This one, Casey. This went to review. Casey took the caution for that. 45 gets loose down here, and bam, right into Larry Bell.
Yeah, Larry had a rough night too. Larry always has a rough night.
Chris again. Yeah, when Larry first joined, he was like lights out fast and everything, and then kind of seems like the last half a dozen races, he hasn't had some good luck.
Larry never has good luck. If there's an accident, Larry will find it.
We're gonna be watching for Chris Wold again here.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Oh. I didn't even really those things. You told me you were gonna do it too.
Couple of single car spins. We just saw Eric lose it on the exit of 4.
Oh,
Dakota
yeah,
lose it on
you
the exit
showed
of
that.
2 here.
Yeah. It was a tricky track, especially when you're on cold tires, right? The truck got really loose on corner exits. So if you, especially if you're on the bottom and there's a truck above you, and they were kind of pinching you, I felt like the truck was really off balance coming out.
Yeah, I never really. I mean, I was just fighting tight all night. I think I had heard. I think Andrew told Joe in the post-race interview that he was getting loose on the long runs. I wish I could have gotten loose, but I certainly wasn't.
Yeah, I don't really remember well, but I remember it felt good. Then I just got caught up in that little mishap, and like I said, I spent the rest of the time just trying to get the lucky dog and get my laps back. And then I think I made it up to 10th. And I self spun coming start finish line there. Went from 10th to like 17th and worked my way back up to 13th. So it was just a struggle all night for the 3 truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Other drivers. Cody Gibson. I actually. So I think I included a clip of it as well. He got caught speeding.
Oh, that's what
Couple
that
of
was?
drivers.
I'm like, why
Yeah.
you got Cody pitting?
Yeah, no, it was so you could see the mile per hour. I think he had hit like 47, 48 on pit exit.
Oh.
But very sensitive at Phoenix. Casey Tomlinson, we were talking with him after the race, and he said that he got nailed like 3 times in a row for going like 46 and a 45. So
Yeah, I remember hearing him coming over the radio saying that.
Yeah, but
Right.
I think Dustin said too, didn't he, that he like topped it out a couple times and he never got caught.
Yeah, I guess it maybe it all depends on how you take the kind of the corner there of the dog leg. If you know you're up close near the outside pit wall, or maybe if you're riding in the middle of pit lane, maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh, that could be. There's more time to get around the out.
Yeah, that could be something to do with it.
That's why we like Matt sitting with us during the race. Tells us facts like that.
do they actually? Maybe somebody in chat knows this. Do they actually average it out on iRacing, or how do they determine what's speeding on iRacing? Because in NASCAR, right, they give you the 5 mile an hour. I thought there was something that it was time on pit road that determined your speed.
Not sure. I know my thing beeps at me every now and then I just slow down.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either because I know I can't remember where we were racing, but my pit stall was near the end of pit road. It might have been Richmond, and I know a couple times I sped to try and get ahead of the car that I was racing to come out, and I never got a penalty, but I only had like I don't know a stall or 2 to go. So I don't know if it's based on sections, like kind of how NASCAR is, or if it's an average overall time.
Yeah. Somebody have to look it up.
Well, somebody had told me before that they that they go like 5 mile an hour over, right, and then they drop down real quick. And then I guess that really helps if you're like pit stall 1 or pit stall 2 closest to pit exit. Gives you some leeway to jump out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think too, like I see like Cody Heinzman's really good at it. When I've been following him into pit road, he'll like do the speed limit, and then when he's going into his box, he like guns it and then slows down going into his box, and it seems like he always gets that like truck length or maybe
give away
even 2
Cody's
truck
secrets.
lengths coming out of the pits.
I met was it Pocono last year, Corey? You and I, we were racing out of pit road, and we weren't necessarily racing on pit road, right? But we came out on the
You raced
access
me
road.
side by side all the way to the fucking cone.
all the way
He
down
wasn't
to
coming
turn
up that
1.
spot.
Yeah. I'm like, what's he doing? He's on the apron.
I mean, But I mean, that's kind of like what you and Matt were just talking about, right? Like, I mean, the competition is so difficult. Like, I got around you on the pit exit there, and then I finished in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, and it probably would have been the same exact way if you had beaten me out. Uh, you probably would have finished in front of me there. I mean, that's just how the competition is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's crazy, especially like I find when we do a caution pit, and like I've slid through the box a couple times, and when you do that, you lose like 8 positions. Like it is terrible. It's the everybody is so good in the league and like so evenly matched. It's really hard to really win in this series, right? Unless your name's Cody Heinzman, then you know he just wins every week.
I was watching the Cyber 500 broadcast today, and on like the first round of pit stops, you slid through your box, and we had 41 cars out there, whatever we had, and you still lost. I mean, you lost the draft just in that that one little second of sliding through your box.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy like how good everybody is. So you really got to be on your game though, like the whole race. If you slack off one little bit, you're gonna see it in your results.
Yeah. So, stage one in the books, whole bunch of cautions. Stage winner Cody Heinzman, also in our chat out there tonight. Hello, Cody. Cody Heinzman, Brad Holmes. Brad and I had a really good race at the end of the race there. He was a lot faster than me, but he raced me clean, so I appreciate that. Brad Holmes gets 9 stage points. Cody Gibson, Mackenzie Milwane, Matt Semple coming home with 5 stage points. Ed Jurgen, Andrew Caldwell, Dustin Ping, Gary Bowman, and then somehow a blind squirrel found a nut and found a stage point at the end there, the 34, with 1 stage point at the end of stage 1. I just avoided the wrecks. That's kind of all that was.
Yeah, I think that one I got in was early on, so I did 2 stage breaks and all that. Oh, I did notice that. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. That if you're the lucky dog, you can't pit, or else you'll go a lap down.
Is that so?
Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me. So I got the lucky dog, came around the pace car, went into the pits like you usually can when you're the lucky dog. Did my pit, got fucking passed. So I went back a lap down. I was like, what the hell? So the next time I got it, I just got fuel only and I made it out in front of the pace car. And luckily there's fast caution so I could come in and take tires.
At Phoenix specifically, usually you can as the lucky dog. That's what Cody says. So I guess you just weren't fast enough on pit road.
He said Phoenix pits don't give enough time.
We'll need Cody to clarify because I feel like those two statements don't. I feel like they're working against each other. So skipping ahead, stage 2, Cody Heinzman wins stage 2. Brad Holmes, Cody Gibson, Dustin Ping, Matt Semple finished 5th in both of the stages, stage 1, stage 2. Ethan Milwane, Andrew Caldwell, Ed Jurgen. I got 2 stage points in stage 2, and Dakota Wilkins. We saw him in a couple of clips. He got 1 stage point at the end there as well.
Came away with 3 stage points, huh, Tom?
I came away with 3, and I thought, man, I'm gonna be in good position because I just needed a couple of stage points to take the wild card. Which did you grab the graphics I sent you for that?
I grabbed the 1.
Okay.
The points.
Okay. Yeah, I came out of there because I was like, I just need 3 stage points to get ahead of Joe, the 49 for the wild card spot, and then I'm putting the points in afterwards, and I'm like, wait a minute. Mackenzie wound up getting all the stage points in front of me, so he jumped me on the wild card.
I really
Damn.
like how we're doing this wild card this season. Like it makes your strategy a little harder because you actually need stage points now, right? And like you said, bringing in the playoff points and everything like that, it makes it So you're trying to get stage points instead of trying to flip everybody, and when they pit for the stage, you come out in first or whatever. You actually want those stage points, and that's something that I really struggled with last season, is getting good results in stage 1 and stage 2. So that's kind of something I've been working on in this second season here. I've been with Cyber Thunder.
Yeah, Tom, why don't you explain what the wild card is for people that don't know?
Oh hell, I don't even know. The wild
You just
card
made it up.
is
You're like, I don't know.
so the wild card is something new that we put in for this season. Because I had messaged, there's a couple of people in the league, right, that I'll run stuff by, and I was like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And one person messaged me back, and they said, so you're trying to think of every single possible way to make the chase, but then miss the chase. Is that correct? And I was like, well, maybe. So once I got that response, I was like, it's going in the rule book. The wild card we put in, and there's a couple of criteria around it. But ultimately, it's the first 2 drivers that miss the chase with the most number of stage points between race number 1 and race number 16. That's our regular season, race 1 through 16. You have to be in the top 25 in points. You have to make minimum starts. You have to do all that kind of fun stuff. But it gives people that are maybe out of the chase grid a reason to still compete and still have a chance to make the wild card. Like right now, I sent this to Corey before, but he didn't put it in.
What?
The wild card graphic.
Oh, with all darn in.
Yeah. So like right now, the top 2 wild cards, and it's 2 drivers. The top 2 wild cards, Stephen Burnett, he's 16th in season points, and Mackenzie Milwain, 20th in stage points. I have 17. I am 3 behind the wild card. I'm 23rd. Joe Hudson is 18th. Ethan Milwain's 17th. So it still provides a path to the playoffs for, the drivers that are competing on a regular basis.
Yeah,
And
I
maybe
mean,
for the
I
people
like
who
it.
don't know, how many guys are in the playoffs based on points?
Is it 12 this year? Yeah, it's 12 on wins and then points, and then 2 on the wild card, so a 14 card chase grid total.
Yeah, and isn't there a bunch getting cut the first week, 6 or something?
Christ, I didn't know this was going to be like a
Well, what the fuck, Tom? You're
interrogation.
this fucking stats guy. I told you I can't look at anything.
I think it's
You made up the fucking thing.
I think I remember. Race number 22.
We should make him read the rule book the rest of the
Who's gonna study quick?
We'll
Yeah, he
say it
doesn't even know
goes. I think it goes 14 to 10 to 8 to
No.
4.
No, you did something crazy. I think it goes 14 to 8 to 4.
Oh. Where's
Yeah.
Cody?
You're
We need
taking
Cody
6
or
out.
Chris
Yeah,
Lagu to
I
take
remember
four.
Cody, can you verify this?
You're taking 6 out the first one. I was like, damn, I'm like, that fucking first cut's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, we're doing 14, 8, and then we're only cutting 2 in the second round. And then it's gonna be a final 4 at Old Atlanta, actually.
I'm looking forward to that if I can make the final 4.
Did you make the final 4 last season?
I missed out. I think I got knocked out.
Oh yeah, me and you were going after
in the
that
round
last
of
spot.
8. Yeah, it was me and Andrew Codwell. I think was going for the last spot, and I missed it by 7 points because of the iRacing update. I couldn't get on and race
you
in
missed
time.
the race.
Yep. Yeah, and Cody just brought up a good point in the chat as well. He said, "Glad I got some playoff points." Now that's new for this season. Playoff points. Cody, Cody has 14 playoff points. Now the playoff points aren't awarded until race number 1 of the round, and then they're reset. So Cody's got 14. Greg's got 4. Dalton, Dustin, and Andrew, they all have 2 playoff points. So if the playoffs were to start today, Cody would start with a 10-point advantage over Greg, essentially.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be more than that by the playoffs.
I was gonna
Well-
say, and like even 10 points is huge, right? Just
Oh,
from how
look at-
competitive it is.
Cody and chat. Oh, I'm glad I got some playoff points for a little buffer for everybody.
Well, they get reset every round. That's the way that we're doing it. So it's going to be the first 3 races. Cody has those 14 points, but it goes to 0 for round 2. And
You
whatever
get playoff points during that round.
yeah, whatever you earn during that round carries to
Oh,
round
okay.
2.
Nice.
So try to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. You're laughing at. What else you got, Tom?
What else we got? We got well, we're kind of a little bit of ahead of schedule here, but next week's race, well, I guess we call it tomorrow. Tomorrow's race, Iowa. The Kings Clash 200. Tomorrow's race sponsored by Tanner Mars, so hopefully Tanner can actually race all 200 laps and that and not have to park. But
He's gonna park at lap 3 after he sponsors the race. You should come on, Tom. He sponsors the race. Give him a 2-in park.
Who do you guys got for? Well, first, has anybody done any Iowa testing practice?
No, I usually do it on Monday nights, but that's kind of filled up now.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't done any practice. I usually just try to get on the hour before we race and try and grind it out and figure something out. And I usually talk with Corey and Cody and a bunch of us in the channel there, so we all kind of help each other out there and figure stuff out.
Well, this seems like a good place to talk strategies. What are you guys gonna do tomorrow? Stage is 55 and 115. I don't know what our
I don't know,
fuel
whatever
make.
Cody tells me he's doing, then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do that. Maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of those things.
Yeah, Cody lets me know the fuel, so then I do my strategy off of that. But no, I have a little fuel manager. I don't just listen. Yeah, I actually try to do the opposite, so I beat him, but it doesn't work. Oh.
He knows how to make us feel good. He says, "I figure it out during the grid, basically."
Yeah, okay.
Cody. Predictions. Who's gonna win Iowa tomorrow? I already got. So I messaged Cody before I asked him who his pick was. I'll share it at the end. But who do you guys got?
Who won it last time? Probably Cody.
So the last time we ran, I looked it up, so you don't have to.
I wasn't going to.
Like the old Alan Bestwick or whatever it was. Last time we ran Phoenix or Iowa, excuse me. Last time we ran Iowa, January 7th of this year, we ran 200 laps. Top 5, Cody Heinzman, Dustin Ping, Matt Semple. Steve Burnett, and I just wrote Sherman. So we'll just assume that it was Amanda Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 cautions for 24 laps. 2 of those were stage cautions, so 4 contact cautions. We've run 19 races at Cyber at Iowa, and 14 of them have had different winners.
How many?
Hey, like them stats.
Yeah, I blanked out.
19.
19. So only 5 people repeated.
5, yeah.
It's probably Cody won 5 times. Yeah, that's the Cody's first one's when 5 ago I started. Oh, Cody's been only here 1 seasons? 3, I think.
Yeah, I think this is the beginning of his 3rd. Because he won the championship last season.
Joined in 2024A.
What is 2024A? We don't have 2024A. Season
I don't
1?
know. That's what he wrote. Oh, that was before you came back. I think.
No, there was. We'll talk about that another time. No, Cody came back. I think my first season back. I think Cody rejoined or joined.
Oh. You want to talk about it now?
Uh,
So
Matt, who you
Matt,
got winning
who
Iowa?
you got? Who you got to
Yeah,
win?
yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be the toss up from the top three from last year. Probably favorite Heinzman just because like his speed's unmatched, especially on the long run. You know, I don't know how he does it, but you just can't stay with him. It's crazy. So I would probably say Heinzman, Ping, or myself. Hopefully it's me, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna go with
You can only
Cody.
pick one. Why are you picking three? You took the
Final
top three
answer.
from last year.
Final answer is Cody. Final answer is Cody, but I hope to upset him.
So the final answer is Cody, but
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
I mean, both of you were in the top 5. We need to lock Tom in the
But
simulator
I'll
until
go.
he
I'll go
picks.
next.
Yeah, who you got, Core?
You know what? I think he's gonna get his first win. I don't think he's won yet. I'm gonna go. I think Ping's gonna get his first win.
Well, you share the same sentiments as Cody. I private messaged Cody before, and I asked him. I said, who's gonna win? Exclude yourself, but who's gonna win? And we got 2 votes now for Dustin because he had said that he thinks that Dustin was gonna get his first win.
Yeah.
Dustin's been so close. It's crazy to think that he was in the top 4.
Me and Cody are so great together. We're such great teammates. We think alike.
It's crazy to think though that Dustin hasn't gotten a win yet. Like he
I know.
ran all the way to the championship 4 last season and didn't win.
Yeah,
Well,
he's always up there.
Oh, I think Matt, do you remember was it Homestead when I was up front with Dustin? He's like, it was getting down towards the end. I'm like, just so you know, I'm gonna race the shit out of you right now. He didn't like.
Yeah,
that.
I think it was. Yeah, I know. Like Dustin and I race hard too a couple times. I think it might have been at Phoenix there where he was having a little bit of a tough time to get around me. Eventually, he got around me, but I think I was holding him up and keeping him pretty honest there for a couple laps. But yeah, Dustin, he's a good pick because I mean he's always up there every week. He's fast. He's a very clean racer, and he stays out of trouble. So
That's the one.
Yeah, I remember.
That's the one great thing about our little chat that we have in there, our voice channel. I mean, anybody's welcome to join it. I'll just let you know we don't talk strategy hardly at all. We're just talking shit to each other the whole time in there.
mostly.
Yeah, I remember last season at Phoenix at the season finale, Dustin was in the final 4, and I remember after the race, Dustin popped into my channel or I popped into his channel. One of the two happened. And he was like, "Tom, you're a pain in the ass to try and pass." Like, I think I held him up for the first whatever stage 1 was, because we ran Phoenix as the championship race last season, and he was like, "Next time I'm just dumping you because you were just in the way," and I'm like, I mean, get around me. My what?
That was like
No,
what
no.
happened with me and Stephen Burnett that one race. I forgot what race. He could not get around me, and he's like, I tried. We talked after. He's like, I tried everything to get around you. He's like, but he's like, I was faster in, but you were faster off, so it equaled out. He's like, I don't know what to do.
My pick for Iowa tomorrow. I went through, so I gave Corey a stat book of Iowa stats and all that kind of fun stuff.
Why you giving
My
me
pick
stats? You're the stat guy. I make it look pretty. You bring the stats.
I brought the stats in. My pick for Iowa tomorrow. This driver, assuming that they start tomorrow, right? But I don't see why they wouldn't. Previously at Iowa, they've got 8 starts, 3 poles, 7 is their average finish, and they've had 8 top 10s out of their 8 starts, and they've led 100 laps, which is 9% of the laps completed. I think Andrew Caldwell finally breaks that winless streak, and the 46 gets up there and gets back in victory lane and wins his way into the playoffs tomorrow night.
What's his winless streak right now?
Oh gosh, Andrew's winless streak is up there. I think he's sitting somewhere like 80. Let me look. Got to go into the Hall of Fame for this one. Winless
Yeah.
streak. Well, this will be fun. Top 10 winless streaks. How about we start
Ooh.
there?
Oh,
Top
I know
10
the
winless
first one.
streaks. Andrew's on there. Dave Gainforth, number 1 with 402. Yeah. Steven Music, 209. Andy Cork, 193. Chris Letts, 184. Looking at just active drivers here. Brian Dorsey, 146. Leroy Koblenz, 126. And wow, I didn't expect it to be this much. Andrew Caldwell, 124 races since Andrew's last win.
That's crazy.
3 or 4 seasons, right?
I was not expecting that just from the way Andrew races and being around him, and this only being my second season. I thought for sure he would win more.
He was racing 2 of them at once.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was a time that we had, I guess it would have been
3 nights a week at one point.
It would have been like 50 races a season because we were doing 17 races a season or a series.
Who
you guys got?
Rip and Daisy joined the show.
Oh, what's up, Rip and Daisy? Ed's got Gary Bowman.
That's another good pick. Gary's always strong.
Gary's really come on strong. I didn't realize, Cody and I realized this when we were putting the rule book together over the off season. Gary had only won his first win that he got was it was like a dual race in the Cyber 500 last season or something like that. Ed, I need you to fact check that.
No, I thought he won a 500, didn't he?
Did Gary win? Was that his first win? Was it 500?
Then he hasn't won the trucks at all.
Well, this is
come on, stats guy, stat.
Driver stats. Where's Gary here?
Oh, I love this. Now we can ask stats all the time. This is fun.
Gary with 2 R's. He's got 5 wins. 185 starts, 5 wins, 11 poles, 38 podiums.
You always gotta look for Gary on the long run because you know that fucker's coming strong with his tires he's been saving the whole time. You're like, God damn it, Gary. Yeah. Gary.
Yeah. Cody says, give us the top 10 all-time races run. Oy. Are we including active and inactive? Well, we'll just start with just active.
Right, Cody's like, who has the all-time wins in Cyber?
You remember Dave Gainforth's 402 winless streak? That's how many races he's at. He's at number 1. Next active, this just kind of goes, I mean, hopefully Dave can get back out there soon, but Dave, 402 races. Active only, second place active, Eric Anderson, 278. I am third with 256. Brian Dorsey, 247. Steven Music, 209. Andy Cork, 193. And Ed Jurgen, 192.
Does Eric have any wins?
Yes. Eric's got 2 wins, 278 starts, 2 wins, 7 poles, 10 podiums.
How many do I have? Yeah, let's look at the real stat. You're gonna go to the top.
Well, I don't want to diminish anything, right? But 116 starts for Corey Sherman in the 3 truck or the old 6 truck.
And 26. I was 26 too.
Were you 26 at one point?
Yeah, when I first started, I was 26. Then I got the 6.
Oh, were you? Okay. Yeah. You got 9. 9 wins, 6 poles, and 23 podiums out of your 116 starts.
Everybody remembers that Bristol race. That lapped up to 3rd place.
I mean, how many cars were in the race? Let's start there.
That was when we did the league thing with like the when they did the draft. So there's a bunch.
Oh. I
But-
thought you were talking about the
But
Rise of
they
Stars.
see they
series where
fucked
we had,
up
like,
because
4
that was
cars.
right after my first season, so they put me in D3 because they really didn't know anything yet.
Yeah.
And then Rising Stars. One season I went in there, I went 7 for 7, Matt. I made 7 starts, 7 wins. I retired.
There you go. That's what you
Yeah.
want.
I was scared as hell that last one because I kind of called it out that I was going to retire if I won. I'm like, fuck. I won an iRacing Super Speedway one. That's how in that streak.
Did they run iRacing Super Speedway? Hello,
Oh yeah,
Lucas.
it's the first time I ever ran it. That thing's fucking nuts.
What were they using? The Xfinity cars for that?
Yeah, it was Xfinity cars, and Chris Legoo was my spotter that night. So he helped me out. Watch that
And
stream on Savage Edge Gaming.
I don't know how I feel about having Chris as a spotter.
Was
it sober Chris or?
No, that's when I trust him the most. I mean, he's not. Me and him have had some great conversations late at night when everybody else goes to bed, and we're slurring so much we can only understand each other. But we've come up with some great ideas.
Well, Lucas just joined us. Where's Rip and Daisy? We got one more segment.
Amanda's
got
keeping
one more
them away because I'm doing the show, and she just got home from driving back from Ohio, so she doesn't want to come on. But Amanda's going to be on the show from now on. She's going to be co-hosting with us. Had to work today, late.
Well, send the dogs in. We got one more fan segment.
Oh yeah,
to get in.
Amanda, let the dogs in. Huh? Rip, Daisy. Come here. They don't like me anymore. Rip. Here comes Rip. He's coming full speed too. Hey, buddy. Here's Rip. Rip, you ready for the segment? What's it called, Tom?
Next segment is called Furries.
Furries. You mean furry friends?
The furry friends.
The furry friends.
Look,
Yeah.
I got a graphic for it. Bam, furry friends.
I love the
you
2004
thought you two did do a
PowerPoint.
racing podcast, but we got furry friends.
So
All right,
I went through our furry friends channel today. Post your pet pictures in there. But we got a video to show.
Yeah. You want to know how this video came about? Because Tom thought Ed had a pig. And then he sent me a link to the video, and I went up. I'm like, Tom, that's a pug. That's not a pig.
I thought I read pig.
Well, anyways, Ed Jurgen, here's your pug Gus. It looks like Gus the pug. Oh, gotta do this, stupid. There you go. There's Gus. Got a little costume on. Yeah, get him.
That's an awesome costume.
Yeah, that is. I got one for Rip. It's the one with the Chucky with the knife.
Yeah.
It's so scary. he was a puppy when we got it because we got a smaller one, but he was biting the knife when he's running at you with it. The arms going like this. It was silly. Yeah, we like to do that. That's one thing that I loved when I first came over to Cyber. I'm like, oh shit, they got furry friends thing, and I showed Amanda, and she's like, well, I kind of want to join and see it. That's the only reason why she joined Cyber, is just for the furry friends.
Well, post your pet pictures and furry friends. We'll do that each week. Send a video. They're more fun to watch videos. Otherwise, we'll have to have Corey make a
whatever you
PowerPoint
want.
slideshow.
I don't know if you guys know this. We're pretty easy. We're desperate for viewers, so we'll play whatever you want. We'll do whatever you want, okay? Just hit that like button and subscribe. All right, so we talked about Iowa. What else we got? The furry friends.
We did Furry Friends. We did Iowa. We did the replays. We did the points. I think that's about all I got. Got some tough tracks coming up to kill the next couple of minutes. Got some tough tracks coming up. We're going to Canadian, Most Sport.
Does that have a? Because didn't they used to have setups, or weren't they called something weird? I saw Ed post a thing. There wasn't a setup for it.
Yeah, Greg messaged me as well. He said he didn't see one either, so I'm assuming not.
I trust Greg over Ed. Just kidding, Ed. I love you.
Who is our road course ringer in the league?
Obviously, Ed practicing.
No, it's gotta be Greg at this point. Greg, when we
Greg
ran
and
Coda
Cody.
last season, Greg led what, like all 30 laps of Coda?
What happened to Greg last week? Why wasn't he? Why didn't he put in a provision?
He had messaged me. He had a birthday party to go to. The week before he had wheel issues.
Was he saving up his provisionals?
Yeah, he's gonna advance the round 2 on his playoff points and then show up for round.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna use my provisionals here. I can take 2 weeks off, and I'm going to the next round.
Yeah. But yeah, Iowa tomorrow. Matt, thanks for coming on our first episode here. It was a little bit of a hot mess, but
it wasn't that bad.
What do you think you're doing tomorrow, Matt? You gonna get up there and steal the win, or how you feeling about Iowa?
I'm gonna try to. Came third there last season, so feeling pretty good about it. Definitely gonna try and race a little harder if it comes down to the end there with the guys around me. But yeah, I just hope for a solid finish here. When I get top 5s here, I consider that a win in my book. Just how hard it is and the competition. So, I mean, just looking for top 5s, and if we get the win, that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so tough getting out there and trying to compete. Corey, what do you think you're gonna do tomorrow?
I don't even remember Iowa. So, I guess
you finished 5th there last season.
Must be pretty good at it, I guess.
One thing I remember is like stage 1, I burnt my tires up so bad that I was like, okay, I got to do something different. And then when I started doing something different, I realized that like, oh, okay, I'm a lot faster than the guys around me because they're burning their stuff up. So that was one thing that I kind of learned, I guess. So yeah, it's a tire eater.
I can never remember if you run 1 and 2 on the top or 3 and 4 on the top. One of the you run them opposite of each other, and I can never remember which. So let's see what it looks like.
I think you might run them both on the bottom. Cody's probably gonna do that. He's gonna tires and all. But yeah, I think you want to run on the bottom as much as you can. Don't quote me on that, or do that. I don't know. I can figure it out in practice. Why are you asking me?
But Corey, Matt, everybody out in chat, thanks for popping out tonight. Anybody got anything they want to add before we end out here?
Yeah, well, obviously this is our pilot episode. Like I said, we threw it together. Basically today, I threw this whole thing together. So there's gonna be a lot of improvements. We're gonna add a bunch of other different segments too. Have a bunch of different guests on. Like I said, Amanda's gonna join us too, starting next week. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun road ahead. Thunderstruck. I'd like to thank Chris Legoo for giving me the intro music. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Judge Graphics, Tom, you for doing the broadcast. All right, that's all I got.
Cool. All right, well, I'll see you guys at Iowa tomorrow. Hopefully we have a little bit better race, a little bit less cautions. But so those of you that popped out in the chat, I see Jared out there, Ed, Cody, Chris, the other Chris, Brad checked in as well. We'll see you out there tomorrow night, and we'll be back, I guess, next Monday night to talk about Iowa and then Canadian.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys, for having me on the the first podcast here. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Or tomorrow, I guess. Sorry.
You guys want to be on? Make sure you sign up. The Tom or myself. Come join us. See you guys next Monday night, 8 o'clock. I haven't got a
See ya.
tagline yet. So
That was Cyber After Dark.
yeah, Cyber After Dark. Woo! Rock on. See you guys.